Okay, let's accept mission 5 of 10 for the Advanced Military Career Agent. Alright, this next assignment is going to test your nerves. We're sending you into a much larger and better defended pirate base. We don't expect you to conquer all their forces. We just want you to put up a good fight before being destroyed. I'll provide you with the combat frigate, but you'll have to fit it with your own modules. I'd keep the fittings cheap. You're not expected to come out of this one intact, although you have to score at least 1 kill. Let me stress. We want you to kill at least 1 pirate and then stay there until you get blown up. Okay, so let's accept, what does it say here? There are various situations where you may end up drawing fire, either by accident or intention, and risking the loss of your ship. You may be scouting a dangerous area that turns out to contain an enemy fleet, or acting as bait to draw fire from enemy ships. The rule remains the same. Never fly anything you cannot afford to lose. Let's accept it. So they're giving us a combat ship here. If you need to use it, go ahead and right-click Assemble and right-click Use. I actually have 2 spare ones and the one I'm already in. So instead of fitting up the new one, I'm going to use the one I'm already in, but I'm going to take off some modules so I don't lose everything. So let me open my item hanger and my fitting window, and let's take off some of these things. I'm going to take off all my overdrive injectors because those aren't going to help me too much and I don't want to lose them. I'm going to take off my shield booster, my warp disruptor, my stasis web, and I'm going to take off the afterburner. And now I've got 3 guns, 1 long range gun and 2 of these nice short range ones. So what I'm going to do is take off these 2 short range guns, and I'm just going to leave on this 1 railgun, and I don't want all my ammo. In fact, I'm going to take out all the ammo from my cargo, and I'm going to go with only what's actually in there, which is 200 charges. So my ship is just 1 gun with 200 charges. Hopefully that's enough to take down 1 guy. Take down 1 person before we get blown up ourselves, that is. So I'm gonna undock. Oh, you know, yeah, I did accept it. Okay, I'm gonna warp to location.
Warp drive active.
If we mouse over, we can see our DPS, 10.5. Not a ton. You can also see your DPS over here, where it'll count up all your guns and your drones and everything, give you an idea of how much damage your ship can do. Alright, not sure how many pirates we expect to see, but here we are. We've got an acceleration gate that we need to activate. Activate gate. You can also click up here.
Warp drive active.
You need to destroy mercenary fighter. Okay, well there's only 1 guy here right now, so this shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's right click, orbit. Wait, this gun is the long range gun, so this is 3,000 meters. Let's set our orbit range at 2,500. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see. Okay, now I'm going to activate my gun. We're already in a good range. I need to click him to lock on with my gun. And now it's going to start shooting. Okay, we're not doing a ton of damage. He's actually bringing down our shield pretty good. But let's see if we win this DPS race. We need to make sure we stay in a good distance. Again, our optimal is 3,300. So why don't I hit approach, because I don't have my afterburner. So I'm going to click approach to close some of this gap until we get a little closer. And then when I hit about 3,000... I'm going to click on my orbit 2,500 meters and break into an orbit pattern if I can. We can see that their velocity is 259, ours is 320, our max is 356, so we can actually catch up if we need to. So there we go, I'm in 3,300, I'm right at my optimal range. And he's taking down my shield pretty good, but I'm taking him down too. It looks like I've already broken his shield and I'm into his armor. I'm going to click approach again because he's actually looks like he's gaining some distance on me when I'm trying to do an orbit pattern. So I'm going to need to approach directly at him. You need to be careful when you're approaching directly, because when you're approaching directly and you have no transversal, then it becomes very easy to track your ship. So you become an easier target when you're going straight at somebody, as opposed to when you're approaching slightly at an angle. So if I double click here, I can manually control the ship and make it approach at a slight angle. I'm going to loot it real quick while I'm right next to it. Get a laser. That's an ammo charge for a laser. Okay, there's lots of bad guys now, and they're in big ships. They're in cruisers. So they are about to completely destroy me. Which is what they told us to do, right? They told us to fight until we get blown up. So why don't we make it easier and just fly towards them? We probably need to get close enough for them to shoot us. See how they keep missing us? Terrorist misses you. It's because we're either too far away, our ship is too small, or it's because of a combination of things. We're too fast, and we're too small, and their guns are too big because they're cruisers, so they're shooting medium guns usually. And there we go, now we're starting to take damage. So the medium guns have slower tracking, making it harder to hit a frigate unless it gets in the right range. And now we're going down real fast. Now they're all real close to us. Okay, now when we're done and we get blown up, we'll have to go back. Okay, now we have to get out of here. So our ship gets blown up and we're left with our pod, and we need to dock and get out of there.
Warp drive active.
Your pod can't equip anything. It's completely helpless. But it does warp really fast, meaning when you need to get out of a fight, you can pretty much warp away instantly. There's no align time. So in a player versus player fight, if someone blows up your ship, you want to have something targeted and ready to warp away really quickly before they lock on and warp scramble your pod.
Docking permission
Then
requested.
they might hold you for ransom, or they might just blow you up and not say anything and not wait. We landed a little
Docking
far
request
off the station.
accepted.
That's why we need to wait a couple seconds till we get within 0 meters. Okay, now we're going to be docked in. Now let's talk to our career agent. Start conversation. And we did our mission, so there's a checkbox, and let's complete mission. Alright, now in the next one, I will request and do mission 6 of 10.